cheesy bread here.
Rick Del Giorno.
Open on up. Oh, God. I do want to mention to Slick, to David Zier, and to Rick Delgado.
What?
Because let's face it,
It's our last show.
they have been on this train. I'm still not on it, and I will not get on it. But Cindy Adams today in the New York Post headline: Michelle Obama
There you go.
may already be working on a 2024 White House bid. You don't think we'd rather run against Michelle Obama than Joe Biden?
I think Michelle would get every cover of every magazine and newspaper favorably.
Oprah
for the
will be
rest
out
of the
there
year.
stumping for her.
And Taylor Swift and her have 250 million followers.
You're talking
That's
about
the play.
The media machine would go into overdrive.
I think so.
Why do I feel like we're going to be playing this clip in about 3-4 months?
So is the answer no? You'd rather face Biden if you're Trump?
I'd rather face whoever we're supposed to face right now. And if you thought squatters were a problem in your state, well, they're no problem for New York State because according to this, squatters might have more rights than the actual homeowner. But I want to get your feedback because again, your background in real estate.
David, go ahead. What do you do?
About landlord-tenant relations and how the courts view it?
No, about that situation. What do you do? If that's a David Zier property.
You make them an offer they can't refuse.
You send Vinny Meatballs over there to knock on the door and say,
You
okay.
took the words right out of my mouth.
Hey, come here. I got something for you.
That's the only thing you do.
Pizza delivery. We got a guy.
You're in the box.
The Giorno. It's at home.
Talking about pizza club.
Yeah, we got a guy for that.
I got some DNA in that pizza.
My father had a friend named Lenny Gorilla. He had no neck. He had no neck.
No neck, Lenny.
It was like a block.
Right.
Yeah, Vinny Meatballs. I actually knew someone called Vinny Meatballs. Send Vinny Meatballs over there.
But it's the way it's been going, even for debt
He'll be
collection.
gone about 5 minutes.
Right.
He said pizza delivery. Pizza delivery.
Hey, got a bag of donuts.
That's a good way to get into the house. Pizza delivery. I don't remember. Oh, boy.
Exactly. Who's going to turn down a
What do
free
you want on your
pizza?
tombstone?
My father grew up in
Time
Brooklyn.
to leave.
My father had a
What
friend
do you
named
want on your
Crazy Mike.
tombstone?
He still had a bullet in his head. Somebody shot him in the head, and he was walking around with a bullet in his head. He was crazy.
Did you say DiGiorno? Pizza delivery. DiGiorno.
It's not delivery.
You see headlines in the Washington Post. House passes bipartisan bill to cut business taxes, boost child tax credit. Oh, it sounds so good. Why, given where we are in this country and the temperament of the left and what they're trying to do and run up the score to destroy this country, why are we partaking in bipartisan anything? Can someone explain to me that? What is this Republican Congress doing in looking for bipartisan anything with the left right now? And here comes just another bill, another uniparty bill that's somehow masked as something that it's going to do, and it's going to lower the tax credit and all this other. It's basically just a big disguise for more government handouts that's going to add to the deficit, that's going to add to inflation, corporate welfare gone wild. And here are the Republicans going, hey, look at us. We can do stuff. We're passing bipartisan legislation with the Democrats in the House. Wow, great. Thanks. This is why we are in the shape we are in, because our representatives don't believe in what we actually believe in. They do not believe in smaller government. They do not believe in individual freedom. They do not believe they believe in socialism. They don't believe in capitalism. They don't believe in upward mobility. They don't believe in any of this. They think broad bipartisan, we're going to name it something nice. We're going to tell people what it does, and they're just absolutely going to love it. And it's bipartisan. Look at us. Aren't we great? This bill sucks.
Okay, so Iowa got something. What did we all? Well, we all know what we got. We got screwed again, basically. If it's more than if it's bipartisan by that number, that means a lot of people are getting money, and it ain't us.
Adding welfare dependency to the tax code, which is worse than welfare itself, is not a win for anybody. I don't care what anybody says, and that's exactly what this bill does.
Let's see what else. Well, I don't know. I got to go through them. I'm just going to go read them live.
Shout out to Green Bean.
Green Bean?
Green Bean.
Green Bean guy?
Why?
The
I
Pittsburgh
think so.
Penguin fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I didn't know if there was something else there or what.
David, you
Well,
turned
our
into a
good friend
vegetable at that point.
Dana Webster asked us to give Green Bean a shout out. So we love
shout
Dana. Big
Okay,
fan.
very good. There you go.
Yeah.
There's the whole story.
I shout out to Brussels sprouts, too.
You can kind of lead with that, you know?
He's a good friend of mine.
Total spending. You could put the chart up, Aaron, actually. It's probably just easier. Just put the chart up. RNC, $128 million. The DNC, $156 million. Payroll, reasonably close. Office supplies. DNC, $45,000. RNC, almost $300,000. Management consulting. DNC, $114,000. The RNC, $1 million. Donor gifts. RNC spent $113,000 more. Floral arrangements. The RNC spent $70,000 on floral arrangements. The DNC spent $795. Voter file maintenance. The DNC spent $250,000. The RNC spent $39,000. Voter file maintenance. Wonder what that means. Wonder why the Democrats spent $250,000 on voter file maintenance. Like, what? Cooking the books? Making sure that dead people vote? I wonder what that means. Voter file maintenance. Media booking consultants. RNC spent $116,000. The DNC sent $0. Limousines. The RNC spent $263,000. The DNC, well, they told you to go take a bus. They spent $7,000. GOTV texting. I would assume now, I don't know, what's GOTV texting? Is that something get to the voters, I'm sure?
Oh, that's very important stuff.
$1.6 million they spent. We spent $86,000. So I'll bet it probably is important. That's why they're spending that kind of money doing it. Get out the vote. Get out the vote texting. Thank you. $1.6 million for them, $86,000 for us. So we got the flowers covered. We got the limos covered. We got the overpaid consultants way covered. Get out the vote texting, though. We spent $86,000. They spent $1.6 million. Did I understand right that the fat drunk groundhog that they abused down there in Pennsylvania did not see its shadow?
Spring is coming.
Oh, is that
You mean
right?
You mean Chris
Nice.
Christie didn't see his shadow?
No, he didn't see his shadow.
And he didn't see his
None of the
feet.
local ones did either.
3 cheers for global warming. I like early spring.
Dave says Harry and Big D on a plane together. Better not let them sit on the same side of the plane. Well, that's just.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Shots fired.
That is just terrible. Myrna says, Big D, this is Big Fletch from Springfield, Tennessee. I'll be there Friday.
Nice.
Looking forward to finally get to meet you. All right, very good.
Pack the house, and then you know what? We'll come down there one day.
All right, Stuart says, David, Nashville's my old stomping ground, so I'll see you next Friday night.
Wow, you're going to be buying a lot of people pancakes.
My gosh.
Oh, man, the crypto better go up this week, so I'm going to have to take some money with me. I'm going to be buying some drinks here. Let's see. David and Janine Abel say, who's Harry?
I think that's what the network says at times, too, right?
I'd like to know that at this point.
I haven't seen the guy in a long time. You kidding me?
We may have a problem here, Slick. DJ Crabtree just wrote in and said, I would think about going to Nashville, but if Slick Rick isn't going, then I'm not going either. I just want to be blinded by a person in his suit. I haven't seen those kind of colors since I visited Graceland.
Oh, right.
So now, Slickster, if I worked you into the equation, I may have a bigger audience.
If I had more notice, I would have
get
been
8 people.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't have any notice either. You got to be able to.
Yeah.
You got to be able to. You know.
Well, I gotta pick up the wife
Move
at
and
the
groove
airport.
with the-
She's in Dallas. I gotta take care of
Here,
the
I'll
birds.
send you an
I'm
app.
busy.
It's called Uber.
Yeah.
I'll send you an app. You
Uber.
can schedule a ride.
Oh, Uber to Nashville, huh?
No, for her.
Oh,
you get on a
no,
plane.
yeah. Good luck with that. Yeah.
He wants you to get there Sunday after he leaves.
Damon, could you at least try not to show your contempt for Rick Delgado? Your sideways looks do not go unnoticed. You act as if he somehow doesn't add up to your lofty standards. He has a great sense of humor and doesn't endlessly whine about everything. You degrade other news programs for calling themselves journalists when all they're doing is giving their opinion. It's exactly what you do. So sometimes it just baffles me how people can be so clueless to what they're watching when they watch us.
We never admitted to being
you're
journalists.
bashing her for writing an email.
Well, no, I'm not bashing. I'm just wondering how people can watch.
And Fran made a good point. We never admitted to being journalists. Yes, he's right.
Yeah,
point,
that's a
Fran.
good one.
Very good point.
Good point.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I just read this garbage that's in front of me.
Yeah, well, we read it. We don't even read glass. We read off of our computers.
I don't know. I don't know.
Steph 44, by the way, said, "Slick, how could you like the rodeo but not country music?"
Yeah.
Well, I like some of that country music. Come on.
Yeah, and Broke Spoke says you should give Damon 3 of your suits so he can make one for his night out.